with Altu Baba and Faltu Rani, where entertainment just got hotter.
Radio Dehotties, the best and hottest Indian radio network in the entire world.
Mahima Creations
Proudly presents Premier Evening Drive Time Show. Bam bam.
Yes, you heard it right.
Bam bam. Every
Monday,
Tuesday,
Wednesday,
Thursday,
Friday. Let's beat the traffic.
Bam bam.
Bam bam. Namaskar.
Namaste.
Namaskara.
Vanakkam.
Shamadi.
Assalamualaikum.
Sat Shri Akal.
మీకందరికి వందనము.
Jai Swaminarayan.
జై శ్రీ కృష్ణ.
Jai Janindra.
बंदूक बोलते या
मौलाली मतलब बोलते सारे फीजी मतलब बोलेगा नी सांबुला पर जान हम आ गए हैं आपके प्यारे महिमा के दौरे में से फालतू बाबा
And of course, myself, आपकी darling प्यारी फालतू रानी लेकर आपके लिए go drive time. That's going to make it totally exciting and totally मस्तानी मजानी.
and of course if you are one of those people who actually are enjoying us on multimedia मतलब on our audio as well as our video and all those things then you probably know the particular title right now sequel Somvaar क्योंकि
That's right.
आपको दिखाई भी देगा कि हमारा आज का टॉपिक क्या है टॉपिक
Topic.
yeah but I'll tell you what Faltoni I'm always excited about this particular topic
Oh, really?
sequels right
Really?
I sometimes feel the sequel have their own charm right
Uh-huh.
I feel that sequels have the ability where they are able to it's like a safe bet for the makers of the movies
Okay.
because I find let me tell you
Huh.
sequel specifically sequel Faltwani
Safe bet कैसे हो सकता है अल्तुमा?
I'm coming to that right I'm saying because you have a ready-made fan following right who are very curious they only have seen one part of a story from start to finish
Okay.
but there always is a continuation of that right
हाँ.
Have you noticed in the month in 80s and 90s, these guys used to put this thing where they say, was that this is not the end, the beginning.
Oh, this is just the beginning, not
Yeah.
the end. This is the beginning. It's
Yeah,
not the
somewhere in
end.
90s, 80s, they put that thing, all the slides, right?
Yeah,
They
yeah,
put
yeah.
Shubham ke badle mein. There used to be the concept of Shubham or the end always, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And then they changed it to this is the beginning, right? So I was excited that time as a kid to wonder, oh my God, what's going to happen next?
Oh.
Yeah, I used to wonder 90s when they filmed that, I used to like, oh, what's going to happen next? And this is the end. This is not the end. Oh, means there's one more story there. So they always had to be excited. So would I go watch a movie after that? I don't know. I never kept track of it until like got into 2000s actually like get into radio and all stuff. Prior to that, I used to always, as a kid, when I used to go watch this movie, I just feel like, oh, there's something like beyond this story also.
Right.
Right? Because it never has an end, right? Story
Right.
can never end. Story keeps on going. That's why it's called never-ending story.
Correct.
Like in Father, in today's theme is going to be talking about that.
Oh.
Whether there are actually sequels in Indian cinema, right?
Huh.
Do people really think sequels work?
Huh.
Right? There are multiple things I want to ask our bandhus. What do you guys think? आज आप आपको यहाँ पे कॉल करेगा नंबर है 4089122479 408-912-2479. You can call us on this number and you can always chime in on our video call as well.
Correct.
How do you go about doing that? Very simple, Banajan. All you have to do is just make sure you message on the number which is going on a scrolly really fast right now at the bottom.
Huh.
408-660-6753. And message and say, I want to get on a video with you guys. And boom, we'll send you the link of how you can actually get on a video with us. It's as simple and vanilla as that, Banajan. Now, if you want to add some chocolate, no problem. We can always tell you how we can do it without that also. But if you want plain vanilla, we are right here for you guys. Now, Valdrani, let's ask you a question. Sequels, do they attract you or no? You suddenly asking me how is it beneficial?
First of all, Altuma, I think we got to define what a sequel is.
Oh, you're right.
I think Bollywood, Hindi film industry themselves, and I think to a great extent, Telugu film industry hasn't, but Hindi film industry has got it. Some places they've really got it wrong. They're not the same. They're not the.
Why do you say Telugu industry and all stuff? Why do you think they are got it? You think they got it right?
Well, Telugu has they lay out a trilogy, for example. Pushpa Rise, Pushpa whatever.
Before we get into that, okay? You said you're going to define sequel, right?
Correct.
We have Bandhu online with us. Let's get them on and then we'll talk about how we define the sequel, right?
ठीक है.
Hopefully benefit the Bandhu also, right?
हाँ.
Namaskar, आपका हाथ स्वागत है. Pam Pam, who's this? Hello.
Hello, Pam Pam.
Hi, Pam Pam.
Huh? Oh, hi. Hi.
Welcome to our Faltu Rani. How are you?
Wonderful. विभाजी कैसे हैं आप?
मैं ठीक हूँ.
Very good.
I'm good.
आपको आज का शो का थीम बहुत अच्छा लगा आपको आप हंस रहे थे
नहीं वो
नहीं
because
नहीं वो जेना मैडम ने आपको पैम पैम बोला, so that's why I was laughing.
Oh, hoy, Gina ji, pam pam to you, love you, darling. अच्छा, by the way, विभा जी, ये बताओ आज के थीम
जेना जी क्या
क्या जीना जी, क्या देखो
I
बच्चों को
know,
बड़ा कर दिया
जेना
आपने.
जी.
हाँ तुमने बड़ा कर दिया.
Okay.
You made her.
Hey, you said Jena ji. What are you talking about?
Jena darling, I said.
You said Jena ji and Jena darling.
She said Jena ji, तो मैंने बोला Jena ji, and I said okay, हाँ okay ठीक है. तो क्या हुआ?
Whatever.
What happened,
Oh
फालतू नहीं?
God.
Respect होता है यार. Come on, respect
Oh,
everybody.
Lord.
सबके अंदर जो भगवान है उसको respect करो.
Eh, Jare. Okay, fine.
Oh my God, I think she needs love, not respect, but it's okay.
Hello, excuse me. She needs love. Love is respect. What do you think love was?
She needs love.
If you
and
love
respect,
somebody,
but
by the way,
Jena ji,
today is not the theme for that, Vivaji, but I can argue until you're blue that actually love actually means respect.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, good
No,
one.
you're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
If you love somebody, you don't disrespect them.
Oh.
Hey,
True,
right?
true, true.
Right? And then if you respect somebody, automatically you'll grow to love them as well. Okay. Doesn't matter. Today's theme is all about sequel. Okay. Let's come back to sequels. Fadwani,
Huh.
you are going to define sequel and then we'll ask if Vibha has the same
No,
idea.
we'll ask what her definition of a sequel is. Vibhaji?
She'll go to dictionary and do it like how you would do it. Yeah. Vibhaji, define sequel according to you. Your own words.
A sequel is so let's say a movie's been made and then I don't know, in some cases it does really well and people are keen to see another part of the same movie or what happens in continuation.
What happens in continuation? Okay, good. That
Yeah,
we got that definition. Okay, that's what I think a sequel is as well. Am I right, Altu Baba? Is she right?
Hey, there's no right or wrong answer. You got to give your take, no, Fadwani. Then I can actually refute and also ask you questions about it to learn. I am only learning, Fadwani. I am just a student of life.
Okay, actually, typically a sequel is defined as something that is broadcast or published, which is a continuation of something that has already or develops upon the theme of something that has already happened, right? So it's a follow-up. It's a
Wow, Fadwani, how do you do this?
from
You are like
Googles.
Redden Martin right now.
Yes,
My
yes.
goodness.
Yeah, something that takes, and also a sequel could be something that takes place as a result of something that has happened.
Ah.
Yeah, right?
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
So let's ask you to karotofy your mind, rather scratch your mind a bit and just see how many sequels, are there any sequels comes to mind of Indian cinema? Indian cinema, not in terms of course, the MCU, all the stuff, no, we're not talking about Indian cinema. में आपको कुछ याद आ रहा है कोई sequels?
Actually, I can think of 3 movies that have had sequels made.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So the first one would be Dawn,
Okay.
and then there was Dawn 2, and then there was Houseful, and then Houseful 2, Houseful 3, and then there was Hero Panti, which was really horrible, but that also had three movies made. And also the one I just recently watched, the Ek Villain Returns, also had a sequel.
Wait, no, she is actually doing a totally different thing on this.
Huh. So,
Yeah, you're doing totally different thing. What do you define it?
Yeah, exactly.
Based on definition, most of the movies you talked about don't fall. Like for instance, you said Dawn. I can give Dawn because Dawn remake had a sequel to it.
Correct. And the third version of that is coming now. That's a sequel.
Dun, dun, dun,
Yeah.
dun, dun,
Yeah.
dun.
कौन सा sequel?
Dawn का जो remake हुआ था.
Right.
Dawn,
हाँ जी.
the chase begins, right? And then there is something else.
Chase ends, huh?
No, I forgot what Farhan Akhtar's Dawns were called.
They were called Shah Rukh Khan.
No, it was, I think, for Hanax's Dawn, wasn't it called Dawn 2? I think it was called Dawn 2.
No.
it
So,
was
because Shah Rukh Khan starred in 2 Dawn movies.
Huh.
So, those 2 Dawn movies, there were 2 Dawn movies.
Yeah.
Right? One was a straight lift off as the origin story. So, they actually narrated the story all over again.
Correct. Exactly.
In storytelling, right? The origin story, right? How it came about, right? That's the first story always, typically, right?
Yeah.
And then, of course, sequel can be something which goes, it's a prequel and a sequel, right? What happens before the incident and after the incident, right?
Correct.
But in Farhan Akhtar's case, Farhan Akhtar is very smart. He took his dad's and uncle's, work and he made his own origin story.
Correct.
It was a
Wow.
remake,
Yeah,
right? And then he made a sequel to his own
yeah.
version.
Yeah,
That was
so
Dawn 2.
Farhan Akhtar's thing is Dawn the Chase Begins Again was the 2006 one,
Oh, okay,
and then in
okay.
2011 he released Dawn 2. So
Yeah.
they're saying that one of the upcoming touted releases is going to be Dawn 3
Dawn
of
2.
Farhan
Dawn.
Akhtar.
Oh,
So it'll be
Yeah.
okay.
called.
But then,
And I,
how is that? So how is okay? The other movies that I talked about, how are those? Okay, so those are not sequels then.
yeah, because you talked about the Houseful. Houseful has no connection to the previous Housefuls,
Oh,
right?
that's true actually. Very good point.
Oh,
You know, like the Golmaal
okay,
series,
okay,
like
okay. I understand. what
so,
you're saying.
like for instance, one thing which people have totally forgotten about. Actually, we have to give credit to this guy called Abhishek Bachchan
Yeah,
for his mind and his
Right.
brains,
yeah, yeah.
wherein he kept his Rozgar going along with his best friend Uday Chopra.
Oh,
Now
God.
that though it's called a franchise, is a sequel because they kept on growing from the origin stories of Dhoom.
Oh, so it is.
Yeah, until the main Khan came.
No, not main Khan. Who's the main Khan? After
Come
the
on, man.
so after
Who's
the
the
guy
main
came,
Khan?
after the guy
Amir Khan.
came, Amir Khan came, everything went off. No, nothing
So
happened
how do you
afterwards.
know that Doom is not?
By the way, Doom 5 is coming now.
Oh, Doom 4?
Salman Khan is going to come.
4 has come already.
4 already,
Oh
Amir
my
Khan, right?
God.
Salman Khan is the next
Who was in
villain.
Doom 4, Ashu Baba?
Amir Khan, no?
Doom 4 didn't come. No, Doom 1 was John Abraham. Doom 2 was
Hrithik Roshan.
Hrithik Roshan.
And Doom
Doom
3
3
was
was
Amir
Amir
Khan. And
Khan.
Doom 4 will be Salman Khan. And then Doom only after everybody. The H will go
I
away.
don't think I'm going to watch Doom 4. That's
Why?
all.
Because Deepa likes Salman Khan.
Oh!
No.
Oh
because
my
I'm not a
God.
Salman Khan
Kaise,
fan.
I haven't even watched one Doom.
kaise
I would-
bataye, dushmani kaise nibhaye. Oh my God, Faltu nahi. What is Viva making it
Oh
so personal?
God.
Viva, please, yeah, don't make it personal with stabs on our radio for Deepa, please. Deepa's a good listener. She actually said Pam Pam on this also.
Oh!
Pam Deepa.
Yeah, and Deepa is saying, why are you saying Doom? Yeah, it'll be Doom when Salman comes on, right?
Yeah, actually, it'll be so funny
Yeah.
having Abhishek Bachchan and Salman Khan.
I have a very strong feeling they're going
Oh, they will never act together, Altava. They will never
Yeah,
act
That's
man,
why it's not gonna happen.
They
They
love,
will
they
never.
love the same woman.
No, they
So
don't love the
that's
same
not going
woman.
to happen.
No.
They loved the same woman. One guy is married already. Can you remember?
Yeah, seriously, yeah.
No. So are you telling me that Abhishek Bachchan doesn't love Aishwarya Rai?
I said he already is married to her. So obviously he knows all. I forgot, I didn't say anything. See, it's a joke, yeah. You gotta laugh and finish it off. But of course, Salman Khan will not be there. I have a feeling they're gonna bring in Tiger Shroff as the villain. But the point is, it'll be a flop if Tiger Shroff comes in, and again, it'll be a doom anyways for them. Yeah.
Huh.
So, but anyways, good. So, by the way, you also talked about other sequels. Okay, I might be wrong at this, but I really feel that Indian makers,
Huh.
movie makers, don't understand the concept of sequel in the first place.
Just like me. I didn't understand also.
Kaise? What do you mean you didn't understand? You actually gave the right definition.
No, she
मैंने
can.
आपको definition right दिया पर फिर जो मैंने movies बताई वो sequels नहीं थी ना.
Huh.
Yeah, because they presented them as sequel, they're not actually. Not supposed to.
But one of them that she said, what was the first one? Dawn was a sequel.
Oh yeah, Dawn
हाँ,
was sequel.
Dawn
Yeah.
था.
But-
Dawn, Farhan Akhtar का जो retelling था of the original Dawn, the reboot जो था, that has had a sequel.
Right.
So Dawn, the Chase Begins Again, and Dawn 2. And just FYI, look out for it. Farhan Akhtar and Shah Rukh Khan have announced that Shah Rukh Khan will be returning as Dawn in Dawn 3.
Uh-huh.
And right now,
Wow.
scripting is going on with Javed Akhtar.
Oh, Javed Akhtar.
He's involved in the. He says it's still in the early phases, and the future of the project is basically going to depend on how.
Okay, if Javed Akhtar Saab is involved, luckily we'll not have cheeky dialogues like Dawn, angry me, stuff.
God, that is so pathetic.
Yeah,
Actually, guys, one movie which I really, really hope makes a sequel, and I've heard rumors
Uh-huh.
here and there that it might, is Andaz Apna Apna. I would love to see a sequel of Andaz Apna Apna.
Okay. I haven't seen the original, so I don't know.
Oh my God, we have to watch it.
Sorry, it's a cult classic.
What?
Yeah, it's a cult
Exactly.
classic.
Exactly.
And I'm not going to watch it. I've decided some of the movies I'm not going to watch. Definitely, I will not watch.
We have not watched
Andaz
Hum
Apna Apna.
Aapke Hain
I
Kaun,
will not
Maine
watch
Pyar
Amam.
Kiya,
It'll
Qayamat
take.
Se
You
Qayamat
have to
Tak.
pay me lots of money to watch those movies.
Yeah, we haven't watched any of
How
those.
much? How much do we have to pay you all to
I
watch
don't
Andaz
know.
Apna Apna?
Yeah, the price always has to be right. For the right price, of course, everything will happen. But the point is very good. So you bring in a very good point, saying that you also feel Indian cinema doesn't understand sequels. I also feel the same way. People who do understand sequels can actually benefit from it because there's a lot of power in sequel.
But do you think that there was a good that the Dawn second part was a good sequel to the first part?
Yes. That's
The
good.
Jungly Billy thing. I think he did a pretty decent job, right?
Yeah, why
Even,
the way the little story was there. Only thing is, I felt this part two,
huh.
Don seemed totally a different kind of a character.
Oh,
Yeah, he didn't seem the Don of the first part, where he built up a
Yeah,
thing.
you know
and-
what?
Well,
Yeah, what they usually say is that sequels are good, but usually when a sequel is made, it's usually not provided the original was good. But usually they say sequels are not as well made as the original. And why would you want to destroy something that was good? I don't know. That's what I've heard about sequels. I don't know.
So you're talking about sequels or remakes? Because I agree about the remakes. Remakes can never be equal to the original
no,
part.
even sequels. They claim that there'll be sequels.
Yeah.
Like there is one series I want to talk about. Okay, so this is I think they did a fairly decent job. It wasn't so bad. I think, and I'm waiting for the third part to come out and see how the dynamic will work of all these three much older men now. Akshay Kumar, Sunil Shetty, and Paresh Rawal. Hera Fairy franchise.
But
right?
didn't they
Oh my
tank?
God! Yes.
They
Yes.
They didn't tank.
they
Didn't tank. The first and second both were successes.
No, the third one, they totally launched it and finally said, no, it's not going to happen ever. They shelved it totally.
Oh no,
They
I thought it's
scrapped it
coming
out.
out. No, they're saying they're working on it this year.
Oh.
Hera Fairy 3 is on the cards. I don't know
Well,
if it was.
Akshay Kumar definitely requires a lifesaver because
Yeah.
his...
Yeah. साला डूब गया उनका
Yeah, because I think his movie Katputli is the only one making some kind of money.
Yeah. So, what I would suggest is, I think Hera Fairy is going to be another successful franchise. I think. I'm not sure. And I think that's one movie that did well, part one as well as part two. It wasn't that bad. It was good.
Right.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
Faltunani, I don't think part two. I don't think part two did as well as part one. I mean, if I'm not wrong, part one was just like really good. So part two was okay. I think. I don't know.
Part two was okay. Yeah, I agree. I think part one was nice, but then they kind of continued the same saga, the same group of guys,
Right.
and they tried to
Right.
write the. Priyadarshan has been rather successful in doing part one and part two, so I'm hoping this will be good. Let's see. I'm not sure if it's going to be as successful. Lekin log keh rahe hain ki it's going to be something that's going to be coming out. Hera Fairy 3 is something that they are putting together, and it's now in production actually. In fact, in a recent interview, that what is the Nadedwala, right? He actually said
Right,
that.
Sajid, yeah.
Yeah, he in fact went ahead and said that they are in production already. So,
What?
Yes,
Oh, wow.
yes, and he
Yeah,
said.
I'll watch that movie. I'll watch for sure. That
Yeah,
in
but
the
see,
theater. That'll be a good
in
one.
common mind, people not think of Hera Fairy also.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, thank you so much, Vibaji. Wonderful to hear you.
Thank
and of course,
you.
कुछ और याद आया तो call कीजिएगा जरूर. Okay? Thank you.
Thank you
I
so
will,
much
I
for
will.
calling
Thanks,
in.
guys. Bye.
Bye.
And of course, Banjan, see, this is quite evident, right? So I think there is power of sequel, but there's something called the abuse of power of remakes. I don't know why people would try to remake movies. Have you noticed that?
Yeah.
First of all, Dawn was a remake, I understand, okay.
Yeah.
But still, 2000 chal gaya, because one of the first people to remake some movie.
Huh.
Then there also was a remake of this thing called Hera Fairy is a remake.
Right, that's true.
But they did not take all those things. The previous one, there was no story. Did the story overlap between the previous one?
Hera Fairy kind of sort of did, because it did have the continuation of the same characters, and it did have the same people, because it had something to do with kidnapping and stuff like that. I don't remember. I got the two movies mixed up, but
Yeah,
I'm
and
wondering.
then I don't think anything else. I don't think nothing else. Doom we talked about already. Doom 1, 2, 3.
Right.
4 probably will be coming out soon. We don't know anything about that because initially they said that Salman Khan will be portraying
But
the.
Deepa has already said Salman Khan is not going to act in Doom 4.
He said he won't actually Doom 4, but he'll be in Doom. She's saying. But if he joins Doom 4, he'll make it Doom anyways. Like that other thing which is an Antim movie of the guy.
Oh God, be quiet.
It
Poor
became
thing.
the Antim movie.
That was his own production, wasn't it?
Salman
I
Khan
think
production.
it was his own production.
Yeah,
Yes.
Salman Khan very smart. He wants to make all the money,
Yeah.
or he wants to keep all the money.
Yeah.
Makes sense, but it requires, right? So, but now further, let's talk about other movies now, right?
Huh.
What else comes to mind when talk about sequels?
There was one movie which was people say that it was typically sequel. क्या होता है? वो लोग कहते हैं बहुत थकेला हो जाता है. They really don't know how to carry it forward. For example. There's one, but this particular movie apparently I haven't seen the first part, but the second part supposedly did like a humongous business.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and it was mostly a female-led movie. Tanu Veds Manu Returns. I heard that was that's a sequel, right? Because it's
that's
a
a sequel.
continuation of their original
What
story.
happens after the marriage?
Right.
They showed it very nicely. Actually, I like the way they made that movie.
Yeah.
I saw. I don't know. I saw both the movies actually. Incidentally,
You like the way it was made.
Yeah.
The guy who looks at a lookalike of his wife and then starts lusting after her.
Now, since when have you become a commoner?
Why? What is a commoner?
To understand when I say the way I presented the story.
Oh, okay.
Right?
Anyway.
Yeah, so that's what I meant, how it's made.
Have you seen the first part of that movie?
I saw the first part of the movie, and the second part they showed, like, literally, I thought it was done well, the way they transition part of it, and also, even the first part, the continuity of the hero being a frivolous kind of a person who actually doesn't think much,
right.
You can make out in the second part also, right?
Okay.
But anyway, we have one the waiting line, Father, go, Namaskar, aapka harit swati pam pam, ke sequel Somvaar mein, who's this, hello?
Pam 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 pam.
कैसे हैं आप दीपा जी?
आज तो बोल
Yes.
आज सलमान सोमवार है क्या?
नहीं क्यों? लगता है आपका कॉल आ गया तो बन जाएगा अभी, डोंट वरी.
हाँ एग्जैक्टली.
हाँ
घुमा फिरा के तुम वही अटक जाते हो.
कहाँ पे?
Secretly you are more than me. You are a big fan of Salman Khan.
Yes, I think so. I think so too.
Now, when did I ever deny that? Whenever I ever denied anything from you, whatever you guys say, right? No, but okay, the reason I'm talking sequels is because this trend is going to come back again, because we all have established the fact that Indian movie makers are there's a dearth for creativity, innovative ideas.
Correct.
Right? And that's why today I want to make sure I can point out them, because there are a lot of movies in the onset who are going to come up as sequels.
Right.
Yeah, because they got tired. They don't know. They can't come anything creative. So यार उसी को लेके कुछ extension बना देते हैं, because they have safe bet, right? Because I just feel that our Indian cinema people, investors there, are scary movies.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
they're darpoks, first order.
No,
Yeah.
There are like three. देखो, although मैं बोलना चाहती हूँ, there are three types of movies. Like one will be remake, of course. तो जो पुराने story को ही नए actor को लेके new age setting, like new age location, थोड़ा location change करके वो एक करते हैं. That will be definitely remake. And sequel will be like the carrying over of the story, like the Dawn 1 and the Shah Rukh Khan ka. And there is something called spin-off.
Okay.
Spin-off is something like you have the two main characters, they are like standard. वो change नहीं होंगे हर एक movie में, but it's not necessarily sequel, because the story will be totally different, like the Munna Bhai. The Munna Bhai 1 and 2, the only two characters which were like true to that, like the center of the storyline is like Munna Bhai and the circuit.
Yeah, but it's not necessary. That necessarily is not like for you. For example, ease of remembering. I would like to say one of the easiest ways to remember spin-offs is you remember the Friends series that used to come on TV. So a spin-off
Yes.
of Friends was Joey. That I forgot what.
Joey, yes.
Yeah, his show, his own show that spun off from there, and then there's stuff like that, like how from Cheers you had Frasier that spun off.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Correct.
So those are spin-offs
Yeah.
where it becomes their life, one character, and it focuses on that character's shenanigans and life incidents and
Correct.
things
So
like
does
that.
does Munna Bhai come under this? Because I was not going to put Munna Bhai under sequel. I was
Correct.
going to put it under some other category, but
Kind
spin-off
of.
is a good one.
Yeah, like even the Houseful, that for that matter, not necessarily sequels. It's just that, and Golmaal, right? Golmaal is also total different stories, right?
Correct. So you can
If I'm
again
not
call them
wrong.
as spin-offs, I suppose, probably
Yes.
because actors are pretty much same. Storyline is different
Yeah.
totally. Yeah. Okay, good. I like it. So yeah, but today's we're only focusing on sequels.
Yes.
Yeah.
तो दबंग ये दिमाग में आता है जो
Sequel है,
sequels
yeah.
की बात आती है.
Correct.
क्या?
Dabang
Correct,
is sequel.
correct.
You're right. Yeah.
Correct.
दबंग, yeah.
But none of the
So not
following Dabangs were.
necessarily sequel है. अभी हम आप लोग बात कर रहे थे ना. तो necessary नहीं है sequel करने का, unless and until it is cliff hanger पे अगर end किया story तभी तुम लोग next करो, वरना just let it be end with a nice note. Just because it's like one movie became like super duper hit, और sequel बना के उसको क्यों बिगाड़ते हो? Not only the sequel will become flop, but it also ruins your memory of the original one.
Correct. For instance, Dostana, it's a wonderful movie of Priyanka Chopra, Abhishek Bachchan, and also Abraham, right?
Right.
They made a sequel
Yes,
of that, right?
yes.
Went totally flop, right?
Did it work? It's not released. What?
कहाँ नहीं आया
Yeah.
ना अभी?
Huh. They actually haven't. It hasn't come out. I think Janvi Kapoor is the person who is there in that particular.
वो बहुत जफला हो गया ना उसका. So I don't know whether it's coming out. It shall. Remember, you only talked about it for some time ago, Kalpurani.
Yeah.
That it's shelved for infinite
Right.
period of time.
Right. Exactly. So. I think it was, but then they are actually waiting for, since the pandemic has come back, they'll probably be having that right now. So they'll probably be bringing that back soon. I think
Yeah.
to a great extent, one of the concerns that I have about Dostana is that it's not going to be like a. It's not like a. Hold on 1 second, Deepa. I have to I'm going to go to a song break, and then I will be back.
Yes, no worries,
Okay.
no worries.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, I'll call again. No problem.
And Madhujan Sutirega, we've got another song that we will be lining up from the movie Dostana. One of my favorite tracks, actually. It's a song called Jaane Kyun Dil Janta Hai, and it's a beautiful song that is from that particular movie. Suniega, enjoy kijega. We'll be back right after this. While I get the song lined up, I would like to tell everybody, if you're enjoying the show, please go download the Radio Dehotties app and join us online as well, and also 24/7. So Suniega, enjoy kijega. We'll be back after this. From the movie Dostana Madhujan, this is a beautiful Vishal and Shekhar composition. Suniega, enjoy kijega.
के मिल रहे हैं हम but when you smile for me world seems alright ये मेरी जिंदगी पल में ही खिल जाए जाने क्यों दिल चाहता है तू है तो I'll be alright जाने क्यों दिल चाहता है तू है तो I'll be alright Yeah, 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 I'll be alright, I'll be alright, I'll be alright. Yeah, 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 I'll be alright, I'll be alright. Yeah, 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 I'll be alright, I'll be alright, I'll be alright. Yeah, 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 I'll be alright, I'll be alright. छोटे छोटे कुछ पलों का दोस्ताना ये जाने क्यों अब लग रहा है जाना माना ये 'cause when you smile for me world seems alright ये सारे पल यही यूं ही कम से चाहे जाने क्यों दिल चाहता है तू है तो I'll be alright जाने क्यों दिल चाहता है तू है तो I'll be alright तू है तो टेढ़ी मेढ़ी राहें उल्टी पुल्टी बातें सीधी लगती है तू है तो झूठे मूठे वादे दुश्मन के इरादे सच्चे लगते हैं जो दिल में तारे मारे दे जगा वो तू ही है जो रोते रोते दे हंसा तू ही है वही
Alright, well, जब वापस आ गए हम लोग and yes, Faltwani,
Huh.
we're talking about Dostana, right?
Right.
You also played Dostana. You're saying Dostana didn't come out at all?
Deepa and I were talking, but unfortunately I had to take that quick break, the
Okay.
song break. So, you know, I don't know exactly where we left off, but she was like, "वो shelve हो गया ना, वो नहीं आ रहा है, right?" But I think it is coming out, right?
So I think I know that there was this nepotism thing which happened, and then something to do with Karthik Aryan falling out of the graces of Karan Johar.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
And all Karthik Aryan raised his prices because he's the only one who's a bankable star right now.
Well, no, he just got lucky. I'm just going to say this.
Well,
Sorry.
you still have people like, Akshay Kumar, Salman Khan in the market. Obviously, Karthik Aryan will still be the,
Bankable star? What do you mean? Oh.
See, Abir Khan flopped big time.
Huh.
Akshay Kumar has not had a hit. Only thing Katputli supposedly is making some money in the market right now.
What Katputli is what? It's his OTT series, right?
Oh, it's not a thing, is it?
I thought it's OTT, right? Katputli? Isn't that supposed to be like going to be releasing soon? It's an OTT release is what I heard.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh
it's
my
not.
God, I'm so discouraged of the movie industry. I should go back and get on all these things. Falguni, why don't you check on these things, Falguni?
I am checking on these things, Altu Baba, which is why I know.
But then again, speaking of sequels, right? The Dostana is not a sequel. I can't call it a sequel at all.
Well, actually, Dostana to Deepa is right. You are right. It was
What?
shelved.
Yeah.
It was shelved because Karthik Aryan was removed and they're trying to recast it because I don't know.
It will not be a sequel. It will be a reboot.
It'll be a reboot. I have a feeling. Yeah.
It'll be a reboot.
They should do a sequel. They shouldn't do a reboot. It's like, why do you show two guys who are interested in a girl? They're all good friends, and then this girl ends up with somebody else. Why would you just abandon the story? You can do a nice sequel out of it afterwards.
So that means they don't have creativity, na?
Yeah.
Same thing. Exaggerating the same thing was called typical the buffet mentality of the Bay Area restaurants.
Yeah. That's true.
अरे
So true.
चना मसाला बच गया तो कल कुरमा कर दो. And पनीर बच गया पनीर टिक्का मसाला कर दो.
Yeah.
Like that they take this thing, put tadka on top of it and add something and present it back to us.
Right.
And we'll go eat it because they put a lot of cream into it, no?
Right.
Yeah, my goodness. I think I've reached talking all the movie makers are actually from Bay Area restauranters. Well, the point is, I don't. That's why we're talking about sequels. Sequels has to be done. It requires a lot of thought in the process because its storytelling has to happen from a narration point of before and after and when one sample of a thing, right?
Yeah.
So if you're a MCU fan like us, like definitely understand how they actually make it. Like it's like a small block going on a timeline, right?
Right.
And then the block is where the timeline is talking about, right? So I don't think Indian cinema have graduated that level, but I'm very happy to note there are people making the kind of movies nowadays.
Right.
So there are people coming. For instance, there's a movie in South. There's a movie, should I say, a franchise.
Huh.
I would call it a franchise because there's movie makers of this movie called Vikram.
Huh.
Did you know about that history of that?
No, I don't know the history of Vikram, which is the Kamal Hassan movie, which was an absolute, for me, it was just a boring pile of balderdash.
Yeah, because you don't understand it.
No, I didn't like the movie
You need
at
to grow
all.
up to that level of understanding.
No, I didn't
Well,
like
the
it
point
at
is, but
all.
this particular
I
movie.
thought it was so full of just Kamal.
No, actually, it was not Kamal. There was a story underlying it. It actually directed by this Lokesh Kanagaraj, a new director who come in, right?
Uh-huh.
And guess what? This guy's come with a new thought mentality.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
Yes. So he first made a movie called Kaidi,
Okay.
right?
Huh.
Now then he got this Vikram movie,
Huh.
right?
Huh.
And now the Vikram movie and Kaidi are related as parallel tracks.
Oh,
There's something happening in parallel, right?
well.
So then they converge
Huh.
at a third movie that's coming up right now called Rolex.
Oh, really?
So this is like the MCU where the whole storyline is set up, right?
Huh.
Rolex is Kaidi was starring Surya's brother Karthi,
Right.
right?
Right.
And then Kaidi was after came Kamal Hassan, right?
Uh-huh.
And after Kamal Hassan thing, the next one Rolex is going to be with his with Surya, top
Oh,
star,
wow.
right?
Wow, okay.
So Rolex is going to be that's a wonderful story. Imagine how it was written, right? The whole story.
Huh.
You'll have to write 3 different movies actually.
No, I don't know. I have a feeling I'm just like, I'm done.
Yeah.
Sorry, that is not my cup of tea. I did not like the movie
It is
at
not
all.
for you. You're the audience they're not concentrating on. They're concentrating on people who really
Kuch
matter,
bhi
who
nahi,
go to a movie and
random.
spend money on good things.
Seriously.
Not want to go spend money on like it. Oh my god, like it. I want to go
No,
watch
I
like
didn't
it.
want to watch. I didn't want to go as Liger. I've never seen this Vijay Deverakonda, which they keep talking like, oh, he's so all that.
That's all.
So I
You're
just
the
want-
person who's a herd mentality. Oh, they
No,
keep
no.
talking, so I've got to go watch it.
No, it's
Kya
not.
Karan Johar talked about, I got to go. They came on Karan Johar's couch, I got to go watch it.
Nonsense. That's not true at all. That's not true at all. By the way, I don't know how many of you feel. I think I think now Karan Johar has become this typical Indian matchmaking auntie. He should like change his show from being one of those. And you know, this is the best part, Altuma. I gotta tell you this, okay? Remember, we talked about. No. We were talking about how Gangubai Kathiawadi was a huge flop.
Yeah. What
right?
happened?
So Karan and he says, oh, Alia is the number one star in the movie industry because she's the only one who had a hit, and that movie Bhool Bhulaiya 2 apparently was a huge success, and Kartik Aaryan and that Kiara Advani are supposedly like the only people who have boasted of hits this year, like Jug Jug Jio and Bhool Bhulaiya 2, both were super duper successes. So obviously, like.
No.
You know, I think it's just hype. I don't think that they actually made that much money because the movies are like, anyway.
Yeah, but the thing is, people like you go watch Karan Johar's movie
No,
series.
no, I have not watched Jug Jug Jio or anything.
No, not Karan Johar's series. You watch, right?
Oh, that yes, of
He's
course I
playing
will.
for the audience. Man.
No, I will. Of course, I will watch
He's
it.
playing
dude.
for the audience, to the
Yeah,
audience.
yeah,
Right?
yeah.
So good. So the point is, again, we're talking about sequels. No connection of Karan Johar. Karan Johar is very bad at sequels. I don't think he can ever make a sequel properly unless he puts his money behind a sequel. Like for instance, I think he put the money behind Bahubali was a sequel, 100%. Nobody talked about
Bahubali,
it.
yes. Bahubali, 100%.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it took 2 sequels, right?
Right.
That's it. The 2 series.
Huh.
But now Pushpa
Huh.
is going to be a 3-part series. No, actually, no. It's going to be a 2-part series, suppose, right?
Huh. Pushpa 3-part. It's a trilogy.
It's a
Pushpa
trilogy,
the
yeah.
Rise, Pushpa the Rain, and Pushpa the Fall. I think.
Probably, I don't know. We don't know.
Yeah,
Still.
maybe
Still, they
they'll
kept it
have-
very tight-lipped. So we're looking forward to our next one, right?
Yeah.
That already excitement is there in us. So that's a plus of a sequel.
Yeah.
KGF for the matter. To me, it was let down. First part was nice. Second part was totally let down.
Right.
But that's the thing about sequels, right? There still will be some attachment you have emotionally to it because okay, the first part is good. Probably the next part will be nice.
You KGF.
Why? Why do you say the you?
I don't know who actually makes that a success, man. Seriously, it's got so much.
No, KGF.
I couldn't sit through 10 minutes
Seriously, I
of the
tell
movie.
you, KGF was just timing.
Yeah.
Had Shamshera come before KGF, Shamshera would have become a hit.
Really?
Yeah, it's the same story.
Oh wow.
And no, same villain also, nothing.
Oh wow.
Sanjay Dutt. And no variation of acting, same acting. Sanjay
Oh
Dutt should change
God.
his-
Yeah.
Very well, that's fine. That's some people are set in stone, so you can't change it, like, you know.
Yeah.
But the point is, Faltani, the sequels are good, are nice if they're done very well. Done well. Otherwise,
Right.
that's why this is a cautionary thing to all the people out there. Let's do Anti Faltani.
Huh.
People listening to us from Indian industry, everybody, आपको बोल रहे caution है कि sequel बनाओ. We love
वो
sequels.
सुन रहे हैं क्या आलतू बाबा?
Of course
क्योंकि
सुन रहे हैं यार.
मैंने सोनी म्यूजिक एंटरटेनमेंट का गाना लगाया तो फ्लैग नहीं हो गया क्या?
अच्छा.
तो हाँ हो सकता है ना. तो I was in shock क्योंकि I'm not seeing Deepa's comments और Aditi's comments. आपको दिखाई दे रहा है क्या? YouTube से राजू रूपानी जी नमस्ते कह रहे हैं क्या?
Meenakshi ji is there, Rupani is there, Rupani ji is there, Raju Rupani sahab is there. He's saying that आज program टाइम पे शुरू हो गया. राजू जी कि आप भी सही पे हैं. And then we have Meenakshi ji all the way from there, and then we have Vibha, we have Deepa. Deepa will not post anymore.
Yeah.
उसने तो already बता दिया ना. She doesn't like it when we talk bad about Salman Khan.
No, that's not true.
But it's okay, Deepa. Fine.
That's not true at all. Deepa was actually talking to us. So Deepa, call back on the video. I'm not sure if the Facebook. I don't know what's going on with the Facebook. I'm going to check that out in just a little bit. लेकिन मैं सभी को बताना चाहती हूँ कि you know, if you think that there is a good enough sequel that has been made. Where, you know, the part 2, you were eagerly looking forward to it. I'm sure people are looking forward to Bahubali part 2. Because Kattappa ne Bahubali ko
Marketing.
Yeah. Kyun mara? That's like the eternal question, right? So people might have been waiting for that.
But anyway, we don't know what's going to happen with Brahmastra. Brahmastra is Rajmouli, is it? No, right? Is it Rajmouli?
Brahmastra... No, it is Karan Johar, right? Karan Johar and Ayan Mukherjee. Yeah, I know.
But they're trying to tap into his popularity also. But let's go to our Bandhu waiting line. Namaskar, आपका आदित्य फाते Pam Pam के sequel सोमवार में was this? Hello?
Pam 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 Pam.
ओहो. हाँ, दीपा जी
क्या बोल रहे हो तुम?
दीपा जी, by the way,
मैं इधर
Aditi
ही हूँ, मैं
confirmed.
सब सुन रही हूँ, मैं सब सुनती हूँ.
Deepa, by the way, Aditi said that
मैं
Facebook
सब
is...
जगह हूँ. अभी नहीं, मैं फेसबुक पे हूँ, मैं यूट्यूब पे हूँ, मैं इंस्टा पे हूँ, मैं सब जगह
डरा रहे हो
सुनती
मुझे?
हूँ. अभी नहीं सुनूंगी तो बाद में तो सुनती ही सुनती हूँ मैं.
सही, डरा रहे हो मुझे ना?
हाँ.
मेरी आवाज को दबाने की कोशिश करो.
मेरे घर में अपना ही एक सीक्वेंस चलता रहता है.
But good. So thinking Aditi is saying Facebook ain't working, but YouTube is on. So please go check it out on YouTube for sure.
Yes,
But
exactly. मैं YouTube पे मैंने टीवी में लगाया है.
Very good.
That is the reason I cannot comment.
no, you can.
Okay.
You can still comment.
और तुम बोल रहे हो कि हाँ कैसे?
On
टीवी पे कमेंट.
Of course you can. TV पे comment कर सकते हो.
Why
Smart
not?
TV.
Of
आपका
course you
smart
can.
TV है. Come on, 18 inch का smart TV
By
है
the
आपका.
time मैं वो रिमोट पे टाइप करूंगी तो प्रोग्राम खत्म हो जाएगा. वो so irritating.
Oh really? But anyway,
मैं करूंगी,
let's come back to the
हाँ.
thing right now. We talked about sequels, and were you going to share some of the sequels?
Maybe
No.
I would say like what sequel I would love to see.
Okay, that was a good
Yes.
point. Yeah. What do you want to see?
And like there was one they not exactly, again it's not necessarily a sequel, it can be considered as a मुन्ना भाई का जो थर्ड वन आने वाला था वो बहुत ही सही, but before that he went to
Jail.
jail. तो
ए
वो
हटा
वो
सावन
उधर
की
ही,
हटा.
मुन्ना भाई चले अमेरिका. तो उसका एड आ रहा था बार बार. इतना सही था. The teaser was
Yes,
so good.
yes.
Yeah. I hear there's something in the grapevine that they are making something. It's going to work out.
It's
The production is going to start pretty soon.
Yeah, it's with Vinod
I
Chopra and
I would
Rajkumar
love
Hirani.
to see Sanjay Dutt in comedy role again.
Correct, yeah, I know.
Yeah,
With
lately
Arshad
he has
Wasi.
been giving so many these
Villain
gigs,
roles,
right?
yeah.
He was in Prithviraj. He was in Shamshera.
Yeah.
I think that's not doing any favor to him or not the the audience.
But
we
so the-
really need some like proper comedy, like
So you're
Andaz
not-
Apna Apna,
so let me-
like new age Andaz Apna Apna.
एक मिनट रुको. So what you're saying is you're not looking for a sequel. You want to see a spin-off.
spin-off. Yes.
Yeah.
Spin-off
But we
will be
ask-
very interesting.
let's
like,
ask about sequels.
You have
Any
more
movies-
creative freedom there.
So, but let me ask you to be more creative. Think of a story which you want to see continuation of.
Ah, good one.
मतलब कोई स्टोरी आप देखा जो अच्छा लगा हाँ आई वंडर व्हाट्स गोइंग टू हैपन आफ्टर ऐसा कुछ सोचा आपने
जुड़वा तो जो सलमान खान का जुड़वा था उसका सीक्वल अच्छा रहेगा.
उसका
Not the
रीमेक क्या
remake.
क्या
Remake was
बकवास
pathetic.
था वो दीपा प्लीज दे मेड अ रीमेक
Eh, no,
of it.
no,
It was
come on.
horrible. It was horrible.
Yeah, you take one of the
That
what has
was a
happened.
good one. The remake was horrible.
That's what I'm talking about. The
She's talking
remake
about the
only. I've not
remake.
seen the original. I've
No,
only
wait.
seen
The
the remake.
question over here is sequels. Let's not digress from it. So sequel. I agree with you.
Achha,
I agree with you.
theek
Since we have Salman Khan still in the industry.
Yeah.
It possibly could be made, right? A
Yeah.
Judwa sequel could be
Yes.
made,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And I didn't like the
Something
way.
different. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
But again, this is something they'll not think about. They don't have creativity at all. They hardly
Like
promote.
something like Tidwa.
Thu.
What is Tidwa?
They could do Judwa, but you know what? If they have to copy, I'm just going to give this example, okay? If they have to copy, they could do a takeoff on twins. They could have one of these Salman Khans have a pair of twins or something like that. I don't know. I've not seen the original Judwa, so I don't know. But they
Original Judwa is same as the new Judwa. It's fine.
Oh.
But the point is,
New
it's
Judwa is pathetic for Alto Baba.
no storyline, Ray. The two be friends. The two
Storyline है
kids get
लेकिन
separated.
ये
both
हंसी
they
नहीं
come
है
back.
वो बहुत कॉमेडी है
Yeah.
पूरा.
But anyway, so here's the thing. So she's saying Judwa. We'll take the answer. Judwa is one thing which I really want to see it. But if you ask me,
Yeah.
I want to see a remake of.
not remake, sequel.
Sorry, a sequel of Tezab.
Tezab.
Yeah.
Which one?
All the heroes are there.
Oh
heroes.
wow.
Yeah.
That is good one. Good
Oh,
one. Yes.
Chunky Pandey,
Changi
Anil
Pandey, Anil
Kapoor.
Kapoor, and what's her name?
Madhuri
still there.
Dixit.
Madhuri.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Do they end
Hey,
up
very good
together?
answer. Alto Baba. मेरा भी तेजा भी ले लो.
Yeah, because that was a good story, right?
And all of them look good.
No, that was a good
Yes,
storyline.
yes, that was a very strong storyline actually.
Yeah. And it became a hit not
It
because of
had
song,
all
because
the
of story.
elements of
Yeah.
masala movie plus the
Comedy. And for one
patriotism
movie
in
where
between.
Changi Pandey
Yeah.
actually acted. yeah.
मैं बोली ना मैं पहले भी मैंने बोला है शो पे I really liked his acting back then. He was not like overacting. He was like everything was. He didn't get good movies maybe scripts maybe.
No, hey, hello. By the
But,
way, please don't write him off still. Huh? He really is good. Have you
Yes.
seen his role in the movie Saho?
Who? Chunky Pandey.
Chunky Pandey is role in
Yeah,
Saho.
he's okay.
Well, okay.
I couldn't. Saho,
yeah.
I couldn't tolerate. I was like Saho-fying. I don't know how I managed
Yeah,
to.
I
I was
know
sitting
that,
through the
but
movie.
the thing is, his characterization was nice, and he did a good job on that also.
Yeah.
But good. So there you go. I don't know, Padri, what do you think?
Even the producer, the director, N. Chandra of Tezab, he's also alive.
Well, there you
so
go.
maybe they should do it.
They heard,
Don't
you know.
make a remake,
Yeah.
but please do a sequel.
Yeah, please no remake. Yes,
Yeah, think
enough
about.
remakes already.
I think they made a Tezab remake, right?
They
But
did.
of course it was.
नहीं
It flopped.
नहीं. Thank God they didn't do it.
No, they were.
But
Acha, they were going to.
the sequel will be a very good idea.
Yeah.
See, the one thing is that the movies where the protagonist dies, you cannot do anything about it. Right? That's like story ended. You can only do a prequel to it.
Huh.
Right? But you can't do a like for Sholay is gone. Sholay cannot do. We can't have a sequel of Sholay.
Right.
Because the protagonist is dead already there. They show him as dead, right?
Huh.
Unless until there
Yes.
comes a different narration. So I've already given up on.
Unless he has some son from somewhere.
No,
some
not
other
that'll not
city.
work. No, Son from Somewhere will not work. Son from Somewhere will not work. But
Who?
Jay.
Okay. Oh.
Why
Or
not?
maybe.
Baba,
Wait.
देखो, हो सकता है
But
adopted son maybe.
wait.
Yeah.
She also dies, is it, in that?
No, man.
She doesn't,
No,
right?
she doesn't.
So we can
Only
say
Amitabh
they
Bachchan.
could be that they had
No, but
a.
it'll not work, dude. The love
No.
for the character, two people, Jay Veer is what I'm talking about. That
Yeah.
has to be a sequel, continue
Yeah,
further.
yeah, that's true.
But then again,
Correct,
it'll be a reboot otherwise. But like how she talked about, you said what spin-off, right?
Yeah.
It'll become like a spin-off. But again,
Yes.
Falcon, you tell us what movie do you think is something which you want to see a sequel of?
I am wanting to see a sequel of Dil Chahta Hai.
Good idea. Good one.
Good
I
one,
would
good one.
love
Interesting.
to, because all of them are here, and all of them. I mean, I think it'll be really nice to see what happens after, right? Because
Yes.
They go through all the magajmari and then they break up and then they come back together. I'd love to see what happened after those two got together.
So, Bandhuja, if you're listening right
Correct.
now, she's not talking about the fact that just because the actors are there, it'll be easy as what we are saying.
Yeah.
But they really want to know what happened to that particular characters, right?
So,
Those,
yeah.
those characters,
And
what could have
because the original ones were very good storyline,
Yeah,
इसलिए
yeah.
there is scope of मतलब ऐसे आगे बढ़ाने का story है, and plus you know Falturani, on the same note देखो ये सारे जो remember last time we talked like you know all these senior actors
Yeah.
खुद hero बन के फिर रहे अभी like you know it's like still
Yeah.
it's too much to take.
Yeah.
So maybe they with the money and power they have, like if they invest and they can can produce and they get to choose. I mean the next character जो भी है खुद choose करो. Amir Khan, you choose your next gen actor by yourself and then come up with something unique.
Right, right. I think, you know, Deepa, one thing I wanted to ask, is there any Akshay Kumar movie that that could be remade?
No.
I mean, not remade, that could be told as a sequel.
Sequel
Yeah.
उसने ये हाउसफुल कर दिया उसने.
Houseful का sequel नहीं था ना वो.
Welcome back was there.
Welcome Back, was it good?
No, it was not sequels. It's more of a
No, it
spin-off.
was very bad. The
It was a
original version
spin-off.
was good.
It was a spin-off.
No,
Oh,
but-
Akshay Kumar, yeah, it's coming. No, Hera Fairy 3. I forgot. Sorry, Hera Fairy 3 is
So are you
coming.
looking at Hera Fairy 3 Faltoni?
Yeah.
उसने
Are you-
इसमें
do you
spin-off
wanna-
और remake
looking
कर
forward.
दिया.
But I'll tell you one
remake
thing.
भी कर दिया, spin-off कर दिया, sequel कर दिया.
Okay, hold on. So speaking of Akshay Kumar and Paresh Rawal, there's one more movie coming up.
Huh.
Oh My God 2.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Amit Rai, Arnit Rai का film है, directed by him. Yeah.
Acha. By the way, Tezab is also coming out as a remake.
But you know what? In that movie, in Oh My God 2, they're replacing Paresh Rawal
Why?
with Tripathi. Pankaj
Pankaj
Tripathi.
Tripathi. Oh,
Yeah.
he would also fit the role. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he would also.
I think Pankaj Tripathi is next gen Paresh Rawal.
No, no chance. I don't think so. I think Pankaj Tripathi has a certain unique charm to him in the sense that he's got this very next door, bhola bhala, yet at the same time a very genuine, sincere vibe. That's the only
it's
thing.
a world of glitter.
Yeah,
it'll glow once and it'll go away.
Yeah.
It's all fashion and fad in that industry. So.
Yeah.
Okay, but you know that's one thing good. So we have a bunch of these things already. So people who are
Yes.
listening to us.
और
will probably-
बंधुजन कॉल करो, मैं रखती हूँ.
Thank you,
so much.
Deepa
मैंने
ji.
तो अपना आंसर दे दिया. Aditi, Meenakshi, you guys can chime in. Thank you. Bye bye.
Thank you
Thank
so
you,
much,
Deepa.
Deepa ji.
Have a good one.
And of course, do give us a call 408-91247. We're here to pick up your calls. Can't comment on Facebook. Yes, you can't comment but your feed will be there.
Yeah.
Aditi Sopra, thank you for using the multimedia which we have. That we have multi-platforms. We have streaming on YouTube right now, Facebook, all the stuff.
Yeah.
Yes, and I see Raju Rupani sir posting a few things on our YouTube channel.
क्या बोल रहे हैं?
He's saying Amar Akbar Antony is something he wants to watch.
Is there a sequel?
There
Oh,
was- there was
he wants to
sequel.
see a sequel of that.
Yeah.
Wow, okay. That'll be nice if he could actually get that, right?
So yeah, so do let us know if you have an idea which you want to have a sequel for, because we treat this our show as a feedback kind of a show for our industry,
Huh.
and they take a lot of info from us. So it's openly we're not biased, we're not funded by anybody for the matter of religion. So
Right.
definitely make sure you just chime in your actual thoughts about it, and definitely if you're going to chime in something really. Which is out of the world, we will question you. So be ready for that also. Don't just say something and go away.
Right.
We'll ask you why all the tough questions. We'll ask you for sure.
Right.
Because we want people to take benefit from this show, right? That's what the
Exactly.
whole idea behind it.
And we want, Zoya, we really would like to see, a sequel on Dil Chahta Hai, because you have actually written Dil Chahta Hai. And I don't know how you went wrong with Rock On 2. I think that was because
I
of
don't know
the
how we went
Farhan.
wrong with even Archie's. You might come back and say it's about the Anglo-Indians who actually... No, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It does not talk to us. You're probably writing it for a different kind of audience.
Oh,
Or probably got paid to do it. It's fine. No, I agree with
have you seen it?
No, I don't want to see it also.
Well, I think it's the current crop of Indian teens and Indian, the
They
ones
love
that
it?
are growing up, they supposedly love it because
Oh.
they have like a very, that's the kind of lifestyle that they lead. That's
They
the
lead
kind
or they want to lead because you're sending them a message, right? You're actually telling
Yeah.
them to lead that way. But anyway, it's fine. I probably it's not I'm not the market for her. So for the movie that you're making, so I understand totally.
But yeah, we'd love to see Dil Chahta Hai returns.
Yeah, please.
And you know,
But Rock On 2, it was a sequel.
was it a sequel? Is the
It
question?
was a sequel, right?
I don't.
I haven't seen the movie, but I do know a little bit of parts and parcels of the movie where they talk about the wife coming back, right? And he actually has gone into a kind of a hiatus, right? He goes off and she comes back, and
I
one
haven't
particular
seen
song of that Manzar Naya, they're all there together, right? Everybody is there, including the wife of Arjun about the previous one. So it's more of a continuation story.
Okay.
So it's a sequel though, but I think the timing was bad for it.
Right.
I
But,
haven't seen the movie, but,
but
so I
people
don't know.
say they lost the plot also because
I don't know. I didn't see the movie.
it
so I
was a
can't comment
different
on it.
director or somebody who
Oh,
who
really?
did that. Yeah.
Zoya didn't do it.
No, it wasn't.
Zoya was
Zoya.
busy, yeah.
So anyway, the
Meenakshi is in listening mode, I believe.
why Meenakshi, call in? Why not? We'd love to hear from you.
So it's fine. Let her be in the
Yeah, Aditi, we'd love to hear from you. And of course, to all our bandhus who are listening to us right now, aap sun rahe hain the Hot and Honking Drive Time, Prime Time, Jam Pam Pam. There's another movie that I really want to see a sequel of.
Which one?
Guess which one? Take a wild guess.
P3 Live.
No.
You said wild guess.
No. You should be able to tell based on my previous choice.
What?
Yeah.
No, I don't know.
Dil Dharakne Do. And you know what I want to see? Actually, she she says, right, mere liye intezar karoge forever or whatever, he'll give that line, right? I really want to see that morph into actual reality as to how things pan out for them.
See, no, that's a good. That's what I'm talking about. So they are prepping themselves for the next release, right?
Yeah.
So why can't they do that? Why can't they give us two good stories, right? Of the
Yeah.
thing? But again, that way, I don't know, somewhere our Indian storytellers have become totally jaded, I suppose.
Yeah. Hey, well, okay. Yesterday, I happened to see this this movie Altu Baba, which is supposedly it's prepping you for a sequel already. So it's a movie called Hit. It's the homicide investigation task force or something.
Oh,
like
it's like your CSI.
Sort of, but then it is a full-fledged movie, a feature movie, and Rajkumar Rao, and I have a very strong feeling, I can't put my finger on it, but it's I think they've stolen from some here and there, some Bollywood plots, and it's decently done. It's not
Hollywood
so
or
bad.
Bollywood plots?
Hollywood plots. Sorry, my bad. And then they prepare it. Case 1, and then case 2.
Da-dang.
Da-dang. Case 2 coming soon, kind of thing.
Da-dang.
Yeah.
They do that?
Yeah. Like, no, not Harang. Cheh. That is different, man. That's a series, Special Victims Unit. Doing, doing. That's the one. No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about specifically this particular movie. And he's already the producer or the director of the movie says, Case 2 coming
Okay.
soon or something like that.
Okay, cool.
So and it's a purely OTT release.
Good.
So think about it, Banjan. Actually, those of the folks who are in the Hindi film industry, or people have to really rethink cinema right now, right? What
have to.
works on the big screen and what works on OTT?
Yeah.
Because people have so many options.
Yeah,
na?
I don't think they should actually redo stuff.
Yeah.
Like for instance, Vikram Veda, okay, I understand. Hridaya Sharma had done a good job. He's really playing age-appropriate roles nowadays.
Yeah.
He also plays the role of the negative character in Vikram Veda.
Huh.
He's done a good job. That's a little bit of preview which I saw.
Huh.
But then again, that's a remake. Why would you remake something? Do something different. Do something,
Possibly because they wanted to reach the Hindi-speaking audience.
Yeah, that's
I don't know.
tiring.
I've
Yeah.
not
Come on.
seen the
Every
original.
movie actually has a translation of it in Hindi already. Every other South Indian movie is translated in Hindi. You go,
Nowadays, yeah.
yeah, that's what they're doing. They're killing the market. They're forcing them to rethink their thing. And of course, yes. If not anything, I don't know how they make their money if they translate something, but still.
Yeah. Yeah.
But again, language will be is a barrier getting crossed pretty fast because of technology, right? We have
Correct.
subtitles coming up automatically, captioning happens automatically.
Right.
Many people can enjoy the movies and all. But again, coming back to sequel is a particular style of storytelling. It is a good style of storytelling, I agree. Why
Yeah.
can't people think of sequels from South Indian movies?
Right.
But take a sequel of a movie from South Indian became a hit, then you present it in a Hindi format. Why not?
Did like the Wanted and all that they made, were there sequels for that?
No,
Or no?
Wanted was a one-time movie.
Okay.
They copied from South India, right? The whole story was Rathod, Wanted, was a thing, Bodyguard, Bodyguard, Ready. All of them are actually copied from South Indian movies, right?
And even Kabir Singh, right? Even Kabir Singh
Kabir
was a
Singh
copy.
also,
Yeah. But that guy, whoever, Sandeep Reddy Vanga, right? That guy supposedly, people are like, oh, they
Kabir
look...
Singh is the guy saying that, no?
Yeah,
Devarakonda.
same guy, huh?
Yeah, the guy is all about oil, that much, is it?
Who, man?
Jishimki Dimaish.
No, man. Oh, is that him? Arjun Reddy?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I don't know. I'm talking about this director, Sandeep Reddy Vanga. I don't know what his other movies are, but supposedly all his movies are like, thought-provoking and earth-shattering kind
Oh,
of films.
wow.
Is it true? I haven't seen his movies.
I
don't
have
watch a
not
lot of
seen
Telugu.
Arjun Reddy. I didn't want to see it. I'm not going to see Viger also, but I don't know.
Oh, okay. But one movie I want to ask you, Altubaba.
Wait, Liger is not him.
Liger who? No,
Chandra
Liger is not him.
Chandra.
No, Liger is not him. Liger is somebody else.
Hey, the guy, Jagannath, Puri Jagannath.
Jagannath,
Puri
yeah.
Jagannath movies in South India are good.
Yeah.
But I don't think Ananya Pandey worked for this particular movie.
Really?
Yeah, everybody's giving negative reviews about it. Audience, not people.
Wow. Okay. This guy has I was talking about the guy who made what is that movie? The Arjun Reddy in Tamil, and of course, in Telugu, and then of course the guy who made it in Hindi, Kabir Singh, he only directed, right? Sandeep Reddy Vanga himself directed. He's the one who made those movies. What Mahanati, that was supposed to be another one huge hit. Biopic, and then there was also, he's made a few movies. I don't think those have been remade in Hindi.
But today we're talking only about sequels.
Yeah.
He's not done sequels ever.
Yeah.
So talk only about people who make sequels.
So sequels, I think the person who is the master of sequels, I would think, because of the Bahubali success, is who else? Rajamouli, right?
I agree.
Right?
Yeah.
I think he would be the person. If you're...
But if you were to ask me what's going to be the next trend, you know, but there used to be we always notice one thing about Indian cinema. You know, we have called them out also, right?
Right.
One person does story about sportsmen, everybody sportsmen.
Correct.
One person of wrestling, everybody wrestling.
Right.
One person about something, everybody that thing, right?
Right.
And then now everybody was doing only that remakes.
Right.
That's what they're doing.
Yeah.
But now the next thing what I think the trend is going to be sequels. But I want them to be very mindful, not do a blind, herd mentality kind of thing. Oh, sequels is the next big thing, and go do it.
Yeah.
Don't follow sequels done by Indian cinema. No, Golmaal doesn't come under that. Rohit Shetty needs to learn about what sequels are before he makes a sequel again of Golmaal. But he's making Golmaal 5 already. I don't know why people are rewarding him for that. It's not a sequel, it's a spin-off. Every story is different in his thing, and it's just brainless comedy. But he's got a lot of money to burn, and that's what people go watch the movie and everything, right?
Yeah.
But the point is, next... sequel should be thought properly and well. Kahani 2 also was not a sequel at all.
Right.
It was very badly made. Part 2 of it was just a spin-off. They tried to get the audience the previous story and bring in this one. They should just name the movie differently. It would have worked, I suppose. Shouldn't have called it Kahani 2.
Kahani 2 was horrible, Altubaba.
I know. We went to the movie together. Right?
God.
We were welcome to see that guy come back. The child artist, Masoom guy. What's his name?
Jugal Hansraj.
He did a good job as a antagonist in the movie.
Yeah.
Then I think they need to actually. I didn't know this. There actually is a particular movie called Ishq Wishq. Starring, you know who they were in that thing movie?
Oh no.
Ishq Wishq, yeah, that Amir Khan and Ajay Devgan.
No, that was Ishq. It wasn't Ishq Wishq.
Oh, the Ishq Wishq is a different movie, is it?
Ishq Wishq is a completely different movie.
Oh.
That Ajay Devgan and Amir Khan movie was
That's it.
Ishq.
No,
Yes,
that requires a sequel.
Yes, it does. I think it does.
I think they'll do good.
It's got who? Juhi Chawla, Kajol. That'd be so awesome.
That'd be so fun. I love the dynamics. The comedy was so nice.
Yeah.
Atta, bate, okay. No, not that way, but it was a good movie, funny movie, one of those funny movies. Remember? I think I really want to see a sequel of that.
Is
right?
that the one in which Mr. Lowa Lowa and the
Yes.
Jadoo, Mr. Lowa Lowa? Yeah. So the other question, one of the movie Altubaba, which we thought was a zom-com. Remember? a zombie comedy.
But that did well actually. It's cult classic.
Yes, it was a cult classic, and they're bringing back the second part of it. It's called Go Goa Gone 2.
Uh-huh.
Go Goa Gone 2. So,
Uh-huh.
I don't know. I think it's in production right now, and you can actually catch that. I don't know if it's a horror or rom-com.
Horror also. What is zombie?
Horror rom-com. I think it had something to do with zombies, right?
Yeah, but is it called horror rom-com? No.
Horror rom-com.
Isn't horror-com... Wait, horror rom-com. Horror rom-com.
Yeah, I've heard of horror rom-com.
I never heard of horror zom. No. Horror is zombie already, man. It's horror rom-com, horror, romance and comedy.
I think it's a horror, romance, zombie comedy.
But I don't know. I haven't
I'm
seen the
making
movie.
it up. I'm making
You know
it up.
that song which I told you, Baba Ji ki booty. That guy, what's his name? He's a comedian actually.
Yeah. Veer Das.
Veer Das.
Is it Veer Das?
Is it Veer Das?
I don't know. Veer Das is acting in this one.
No, he's in the original also. I think he.
Kunal Khemu.
Kunal Khemu is also there in that, man.
Yeah.
See, Kunal Khemu, Saif Ali Khan, same family, right?
Yeah.
So, but the point was that movie became a cult classic. I haven't seen the movie still.
I haven't seen it
By
either.
the way, if you want to watch it and not spend money on it, it's on OTT.
That's right. But
I don't have a cheap to that way. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But that's going to be a good one. I hope they make it like a sequel and not like this.
Yeah.
Do you watch zombie movies, Faltwani?
I have not watched zombie movies, and I don't want to watch zombie movies because I think it's like ridiculous.
No. You didn't get my point. So the success of some of the movies, it's because they do a lot of copy from Hollywood. Go Goa Gone is a takeoff from a zombie thing.
Correct.
Apocalyptic world, which Indians have never been successful in depicting that for some reason. So there are Hollywood movies they can learn from, which actually talk about the apocalyptic world, but they also have sequels. That's a comedy. Did you know about that?
No, I
Zombieland?
No.
Oh, Zombieland. If you've not seen it, Banujan, I would definitely encourage you to go see it.
Oh, wow.
Zombieland is starring, what's her name? The wonderful actors, man. Woody Harrelson is there, man. Woody Harrelson is there, and then what's her name? Emma Stone is there in that.
Okay.
And even the guy, the Jesse Eisenberg, the guy who's that awkward thing, he's very nice. I like his acting.
Oh, okay.
So they did 2 movies of that.
Oh.
So it was Zombieland and Zombieland Double Tap.
Is it something like the Scary Movie franchise? Oh, you know
No, it's
what?
not. It's not. It's
Okay,
not.
okay.
It's not a scary movie. Scary movie is a spoof of movies.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
A collection of stories that way.
Yeah.
Zombieland is a proper narration of an apocalyptic world. And then what happens after that? Because the first part left it halfway to a little bit.
Yeah.
And second part extended further. So I hope I have very strong. I have very very high expectations, which is bad actually, for the movie Go Goa Gone. But I'm going to go see Go Goa Gone first one, and then I'm going to watch the 2. Right?
Yeah, exactly.
Otherwise,
I haven't seen part 1, and I the reason for me, stoner movies are kind of are not my thing, but I think I'm going to watch it anyway.
Yeah.
And of course, for those of you who are just joining us, Panjan, let's tell you.
Yeah. So I just want some people are posting on social media, so I want to read it out because people should not feel ignoring it.
Yeah.
We cannot like those posts which you're posting on YouTube. We're on Facebook. You can definitely post it for sure. Deepa noted. Deepa is telling Faltwani, Loot Case is one movie she wants to watch
Yes.
as a sequel. I haven't seen the movie. Is it so good?
It is really good. Also, Baba, you will love it. You will love it because of the puns. You will be able to complete the dialogues.
really?
Yeah, even it's like you'll
The
be able to.
last time I completed dialogue, I didn't
No,
like it.
no,
Three
but you
Idiots.
will like this movie. You will really like it because it's exactly how you
See,
would write the
now
story.
there you go. So you have ready-made material there. What we are doing, Bollywood people, I always, when Mahima ji told me once, I'll share the secret with everybody out there. She said that when you go out there and you do something as a show, always think of who your audience is.
Yeah.
And I know my audience is Bollywood. As in the movie makers.
Yeah,
Listening
yeah.
to us right now.
Yes.
See, we just now showed you a ton of opportunities you can make money on.
Correct.
We don't want anything. We just want
Like,
you
go
guys.
with they were like, they said 90s movies, right? For example. What is that? Wait,
Dark
wait,
Ages cinema.
Wait, man.
Okay,
It's not Dark
go on.
Ages. You had some classic hits which made it big, right? Like, for instance, even the pathetic things like Kuch
Mohra.
Kuch. Not Mohra. I'm talking about movies that were
Roja.
Roja. There's movies like Kabhi Alvida Na Kehna. No,
It came
not
in
Kabhi Alvida
90s,
Na Kehna. No,
man.
What are the
DDLJ,
other?
man.
Wait, DDLJ.
Huh.
Dilwale Dulhaniya Le Jayenge. And
Ashiki.
Chandni. These are
Ashiki,
all
80s.
movies. I think which came out in the which were like popular in the 90s, right? So
But don't touch 90s. Horror, dark ages.
yeah. So no, wait. Why would you say that? Okay, it could be dark ages, but look, think about it. Okay, Ja Simran jeele apni zindagi. Imagine her zindagi she's jeeling, and then how she's jeeling her zindagi.
Hey, dude, they tried Dilwale. Please, that was not a sequel at all.
It was not a sequel.
If you want to put it a very bad way, it was a KLPD for us. The point was, people went there expecting something, but came back with something else totally.
So what we're saying, Badujad, is put some thought into what you're doing. It's not just the actors that you have to bring back
Yeah,
together.
and if you're not able to find people who can put the thought into it, contact us.
हम है ना
Yeah.
हम बताएंगे ना आपको
Yes.
हम बताएंगे definitely
We'll tell you who to go to. I'll ask you to go to Falturani.
and then so many people at Bindas mein, they like shamelessly they copy our ideas and thoughts. We talked about Sholay, somebody else went and copied, and shamelessly like
Yeah.
what we had thought about, like, you know, making it female protagonist, exactly the same thing they're trying to do the same thing over there.
They are
But
trying to do is the question.
trying. There's a
Yeah.
big difference, of course.
So don't worry, Falturani, when we do it, it'll be something different anyways, but doesn't mean that, you know. But again, yeah, that nahi, yeah, creativity ka that nahi. Just imagine like 1.5 hour show,
Huh.
right? We established so many options for people to do, right?
Huh.
We talked about also there's this evidence behind it. So I really sincerely think sequel is kind of a safe bet for people.
Correct.
Sequel is safe bet because you already know there's going to be an audience there. Somebody made a wonderful job of it.
Huh.
What happens afterwards?
Huh.
But what happens afterwards has to be thought properly and presented properly.
Right.
If it is something like, this became very famous and blah, 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 no, it's not going to work.
Right, right.
I really want to see a sequel of, you know, which movie?
Which
one
one?
movie?
Which?
Wazir.
Wazir was very predictable, yeah.
It was predictable, but it could have been done much better, is what I'm thinking.
Huh, okay.
Because very rarely, we talked about sequels of a comedy movie. We
Huh.
talked about sequels of an action movie already,
Huh,
right?
huh.
And you also talked about sequel of coming of age movies, right? You talked about Dil Chahta Hai.
Huh.
You talked about Zindagi Na Milegi
Zindagi-
Dobara.
No,
You
Dil
talked about
Dhadakne Do.
Dil Dhadakne Do.
Dil
That's a good,
Dhadakne Do.
it's a light-hearted family kind of movie.
Yeah.
Suspense films may say you require something which comes to that.
Correct.
Like I would definitely would think Ittefaq has to be brought back again, or
Yeah.
you know things like a sequel of Ittefaq, right?
Yeah.
Or sequel of the movie.
What is that?
Wait, Ittefaq was literally what the first.
Meri Laila. What was that?
Nah, that's,
That was just a Kill Bill kind of movie.
that was one of flash in the pan kind of a thing.
Acha.
It was a good movie, but unfortunately they could not continue further for some reason. But if they had it, it'll become a sequel. It'll become like Born Identity for us.
Right. I'm trying to think.
No, the one which I'm talking about, Faltwani, is the movie which we liked. Manoj Bajpayee, Siddharth Malhotra, and
Ittefaq.
no,
Oh, yeah, Ayari.
Rakul Preet Singh.
Ayari.
Ayari would have been a good movie also.
Yeah, Ayari. Yes.
So yeah, these are kind of movies, suspense movies, thriller movies can actually be sequeled out, you know.
Speaking of Rakul Preet Singh,
Huh?
that other movie with Ajay Devgan, a sequel of that also will be very interesting to see how that dynamic plays out.
Wasn't that a sequel of something already?
No, that was not a sequel. That was basically, in the movie itself, they showed that he and Tabu are separated and all that stuff, and then something happens. I'm really curious, this Ek Villain Returns, was it a sequel or was it just a retelling of
It
Ek
returned
Villain?
anyway, so we don't want to know.
Yeah, no, but the movie did very well, Altu Baba.
What?
The movie was a success.
What?
Yeah.
Arjun?
Yes.
No.
Arjun Kapoor, yes.
What?
Of course. Because everybody else was not doing well, this movie actually did well compared to the production cost.
Oh, seriously?
Yes, it is touted a success. Ek Villain Returns and Bhool Bhulaiya 2.
Oh my God, you're
Yeah.
right.
Yes, Altu Baba.
It grossed around for 50 crores.
Yeah.
Sorry, 63 crores, including the US market.
Yeah, and they say that he's done a very good job in the movie. So he's a good actor. I think he'd be.
He's got an intense look, yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
But it shows, right? He also is kind of one part of the arrogant crowd.
Anyway,
We don't
so
want to talk about that. Today's only sequel shows.
yes.
So there you go. That's quite a lot of stuff out there. Do you want to share anything else for Bandhus?
No, that's pretty much what I'm looking for. I hope Excel Entertainment comes up with something, or one of these people are going to come up with a nice sequel series, if people are going to start doing sequels, then take these movies that you had and add you can add a dramedy kind of spin to all these movies, right? There you can still have the same Rona Dhona drama, whatever, but you can actually here's the best part: you have stock shots from the previous films. Think about it.
Wait, well, first and foremost,
Huh.
excellent thought.
Yeah.
What are you telling them?
I'm trying to tell them that, let's say, for example, okay, in kuch kuch hota hai, right?
Yeah.
For example, if he does the kuch kuch hota hai, then the sequel is kuch kuch ho gaya. Kya kuch ho gaya should be the sequel, and then it should be like a drama. I'm giving you ideas, Karan. Think about it. You should come out and reach out to us and say, guys, you have to. We will.
Okay.
Take 100%.
Let me. I agree with you.
I don't want a lot of money. I just want money to be donated to Media Mahima and Pragna. I don't want anything for myself.
Whatever. The point is, Mataji, I like the way you're saying it, like stock shots, but the most important thing is when you create a sequel,
Yeah.
you are in the mind of your audience already. So there's a shared value of the story already has been told.
Correct.
As opposed to retelling it all over again.
No,
right?
you don't have to retell it. So I'm
So
saying.
what my point is, you already have won them. You already got their mind space.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
So whether you put stock shot doesn't matter, right? Anyways.
No, but it'll be this aha moment when the first time
Yeah,
we touched,
now
and
for
the
instance,
first time we kissed.
wait. So now I think I hear what you're saying. So now it'll make sense when he puts that useless music.
Yes.
When you connect back properly.
Yeah, exactly.
Unwanted interjection of the.
Hey, but
Sorry, I didn't like it. It was irritating to me.
no, that music is because I think he brought Dharma Productions back on the Bollywood map. Apparently, that was his tribute to his dad, is what he says, because the movie
I
became such
know.
a huge success.
I know, but
Yeah.
why do they, whenever they show a cameo of Kajol or Shah Rukh Khan coming in,
Yes.
so trying to bring connection to something which is not there, right?
Right.
So I'm saying there will be some relevance to it. Right?
Yeah.
Namaskar, आप खा रहे थे Pam Pam के sequel सोमवार में, you could be the last caller for the evening. Oh,
अभी देखो सीक्वल हो गया, मेरा भी हैट्रिक हो गया.
Woohoo! देखो अदिति को पता नहीं क्या हो गया, लेकिन
Meenakshi is busy.
मीनाक्षी is
हाँ,
busy with-
मीनाक्षी भी बिजी है, तो देखो उन दोनों की तरफ से मैंने ही कॉल कर दिया.
Very good. But
Very good, thank
hey,
you.
Deepa, you know, right? Your sequel anyway will watch.
Yeah,
right?
what?
Your sequel will anyway watch.
क्या?
Deepa.
What?
मतलब आपका repeat
कौन
जो
सी
है आपका,
sequel?
we like it.
Yeah, we like your sequel,
Oh.
because it's a continuation of your previous thought.
Yeah, there are serial callers, you're a sequel caller. Yeah. Serial callers call up again and
हाँ,
again, right?
that's
So you're-
called a
yes,
Rajita.
yes.
and you're a sequel caller.
Yeah.
Yeah.
हाँ.
बोलो.
अभी देखो मैं भूल जाऊंगी फिर अल्टो बट कॉमत में क्या बोलने के लिए मैंने कॉल किया था, मैं नहीं बोलना चाहती.
हाँ बोलो.
भूल गई already.
भूल गई.
भूलना
भूल
चाहिए.
गई अभी. अयो दूरी सच्ची में भूल गई मैं.
अब तो मालूम है, मैंने कुछ नहीं किया. ये आपके सब मेरे कुदरत का खेल है.
हाँ,
अब बोलो, सोचो.
तुमने किया. एक मूवी बोलने वाली थी, उसका सीक्वल सही रहेगा करके.
हाँ, सोचो कौन सा वाला.
हाँ. प्यार क्यों किया. उसने खुद बोला है वो मूवी में, if you watch that movie, it's a very funny movie. You should watch it.
I would
तो
watch.
वो मूवी में वो खुद बोलता है 20 साल पहले मैंने बोला था मैंने प्यार किया, अभी मैं बोल रहा हूँ बार बार मैंने प्यार क्यों किया.
But it has no connection to the original.
No connection
You
at all.
know what they should do?
लेकिन
You know what they should do?
हाँ.
They should actually buy the rights for Maine Pyar Kyun Kiya, and they should have, because Bhagyashree is so desperately coming out on everywhere. I think she wants to come and act. So they should probably have Bhagyashree and Salman cast again, and they should do a Maine Pyar Kyun Kiya or something to that effect. Yeah. Something, I don't know.
That will be fun.
Yeah. I think think about how they develop the stories afterwards. A lot of people don't put thought to it. They want to leave everything on a hunky dory note, or it'll be nice, right? It'll be nice to see realistic endings to stuff.
अरे इसीलिए वो बार she's trying so hard to push her son, right? So
Who's son?
इसलिए सब जगह जाके
Abhimanyu Dasani.
और अरे वो निकम्मा का हीरो, that's the son of Bhagyashree. That's why she's everywhere.
Acha.
She's promoting him big time.
Yeah, but
हाँ, इसलिए
I
सलमान
heard.
खान से भी मिली and he did promote. वो सबका मदद करता है ना.
हाँ, but I heard that.
सुन रहे हो?
नहीं चाहिए हमें उसका मदद. मुझ पे एहसान करना. मैं जाके बोलूंगा उसको. अगर आप with the guy, go tell him, सलमान भाई, मुझ पे एहसान करना. मुझ पे कोई एहसान ना करना. चल जाओ guys. I want to walk away, you know.
Feel the beat. Feel the power. Feel the Dehotties.
I should have speakers on my neck which goes like,
Yeah.
feel the power. ये होगा तेवर हमारे. हाँ?
Hey Deepa, one thing I will tell you, okay? You could say whatever you want about, how Altu Baba says, oh, Salman this, Salman that. But when it came to entry music for Altu and Faltu for Dehotties, Altu took feel the heat, feel the beat, feel the power.
Yeah.
From that.
I never
Salman.
have listen, I'll tell you one thing. I never have said
मैं
anything.
बोलती हूँ ना वो
सुनो.
secret admirer है वो.
नहीं
Secret
सुनो
admirer है वो.
नहीं आप लोग you always misunderstand. I don't know why that, because I think you're ladies, you miss and you are understand it.
Hey!
Because I've never said anything for as in I never said that I'm not a fan of his or not following. I admire the guy for the human that he is, right? And I've always have been objective about his acting, right? When it is good, I have said it's good. I've also said the fact that when he is not good, I've all called him out. I'm not a person, and of course, I know one thing I'll tell you about him talent-wise. Yeah. Being in the industry for such a long time, he has imbibed a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
He has learned a lot. His music for his songs, his movies, are always A1 because he takes personal interest in them.
Only thing is, he shouldn't personally write songs.
Yeah, he should not
And
write.
he shouldn't unnecessarily go with Lulia Wantor because he loves her.
Yeah, no, not loves her, because it's so. Here's the thing, right? अपने
Yeah.
भाई लोगों को support करने के लिए,
हाँ.
he keeps everybody happy.
Yeah. Yeah.
So what happens is you have to when you have to do
Family
that.
concern.
No, you also so you'll have to house even a person who's a pole dancer, like what's her name, Jacqueline Fernandez, in your farmhouse.
Yeah.
Because she doesn't have a house to buy. She comes back and she goes rents Paya Kachapla's house again.
Yeah.
So that happens, right? You actually become bhai of everybody.
Yeah.
Right? I understand totally.
He
So.
भगवान.
Hey, but I calling out the way I'm seeing it, and I can tell it to his face also, right?
Yeah.
He doesn't have house, इसीलिए उधर एक पोल डाल के दे दिया क्या उसको?
नहीं पोल नहीं दिया उसको, बोला आगे साफ करो,
Hey.
झाड़ू मारो बोला उसको.
Hey, che.
Hey,
ऐसा कुछ
they all clean the farm.
Yeah,
He
so.
made you want to live here free. You got to eat free. I'll make biryani for you. Cook, you clean the place. Everybody cleaned. COVID time. COVID time. Everybody cleaned. Yeah. He didn't take rent from them, but he told them clean the place.
They all sheltered in place together, it seems.
Yeah.
All those people.
Correct.
Yeah.
So it's not a good thing. Then later on, she ran from the place. Ran and she took
देखो,
she
वही
rented.
मैं बोल रही हूँ वो सबका मदद करता है आलतू बाबा. You're
नहीं.
not getting my point.
अरे बाबा सबको मदद करता है, लेकिन ऐसा क्यों शो मूवीज करता है?
That's true.
सलमान खान का फिल्म जो है, थोड़े बहुत फिल्म जो
आलतू बाबा मैं बोल रही हूँ ना, he has given a statement in many places and also told. कभी कभी तो वो स्टोरी नहीं सुनती, just for अभी कोई दोस्त आके उसको बोलेगा ना, can you please act in my movie, he'll say just because of the वो relation जो है, तो वो हाँ बोल देगा without seeing. And sometimes he knows the story and he has a feeling that it is not so good, but still he says yes. That's how he is.
But
Yeah.
I think
ठीक है,
that's true even of Akshay Kumar. He would also
Everybody
say the
does
same
it.
thing.
Everybody does the same thing. Everybody wants to. If somebody comes and asks me,
Everybody know.
you know,
Everybody
right now,
will
if
say
Rajamouli comes and tells me, Altu Baba, I've got a movie to do it, I will say yes.
Rajamouli is not your friend. He's much
Okay,
older than
fine.
you.
Okay, fine. Let's even now. Okay, even if for instance now Karan Johar comes and Altu Baba, I have a movie, can come to act as a hero, I will say yes. I will
वो
not
तेरे
even.
को कभी नहीं बोलेगा आलतू बाबा, तेरा वास्ता नहीं है इंडस्ट्री में.
What? I'm saying that yes, I will build the vast that way. No, I will not charge him money also. I'll do it for free.
देखा कार्तिक आर्यन के साथ क्या किया, बीच में उसको बस चढ़ाया. फिर when कार्तिक आर्यन fell out with what is her name, Ananya Pandey, he fell out with he had like a major singer. So immediately
he takes a jab at all of them in the show. I mean, that's one thing.
repeatedly.
But I am
Kinda,
saying, Deepa, if he comes and asks me to do a movie, I will oblige. Yeah, me, Salman Khan, we all same kind of mentalities. We want to keep people happy.
अच्छा ठीक है.
What?
अच्छा ठीक है.
Now we
अभी हम
gonna
लोग
read.
पहले इधर के बनाएंगे, बे एरिया के छोले बनाएंगे फिर उसके बाद.
All right, perfect. But
Right.
anyway, thank you so much for calling in. and
Thank you Deepa and
Thank you. Bye.
bye bye. And of course note कर लेना मनुजन, आज ये इतिहास में दाखिल किया जाए कि आलतू फालतू ने बताया ये सीक्वल्स बनने चाहिए, ऐसे बनने चाहिए. जब बनेंगे तो क्रेडिट नहीं देंगे, लेकिन अगर दिया
अरे!
तो आपका इज्जत बचेगा.
Credit
नहीं तो
वो-
हम उसका फालूदा बना देंगे. और
हमारे लिए क्रेडिट वो ऐसा चीज है जो ना देने पे भी हम ले लेंगे. अरे वाह, क्या why not यार?
That's true
हक
actually.
की बात है यार. It's
correct.
hak, what the
Yeah, exactly. साडा हक एथेरक.
what the
तो so मनुजन हम बस ये कहना चाहते हैं, the reason we talked about sequel Somvaar today is because we're also getting tired of the same old nonsense that's being doled out, and I think all of a sudden Bollywood thinks that, oh, if you have that dhamal dhal dul dishum, don't fall into that trap where you think that movies like KGF will succeed or movies like RRR will succeed.
Even Liger will succeed.
Or it's nonsense. It will not. I guarantee you it will not, because it doesn't have that stickitivity. So it will not. No.
Stickitivity.
Yeah, it will not have the longevity. The movie, whatever. It's what kind of audience are you trying to? The audience is very intelligent. The people that you think are your front benchers are not going there just to see the dishum. So I would highly encourage intelligent filmmakers, and yes, that includes people like Karan Johar also.
Karan Johar, Altu
Yeah.
Baba, Faltu Rani, everybody is there.
Yeah, and Rajkumar Hirani sir and all that.
Zoya Akhtar.
Zoya Akhtar, Farhan Akhtar, all of you, everybody who is out there who are, Shujit Sarkar, come on, give us some more movies. Anurag Basu, where are all of you? Seriously,
No,
Anurag
they
Kashyap.
might have movie, but people are not putting money into them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because people are scared.
Yeah.
The people putting money you're talking about, Ambani's and everybody else.
Yeah.
You named your daughter as the retail chief. Yes. Come on, you know that your media also is there, right? Ask the media to put money into this.
Yeah, make
No
some
stories.
thoughtful movies, make some interesting movies. Yeah, stories that need to be told and can be told.
Yeah.
From generation to generation, you could keep those alive. So, we would like to tell you that if you have a dearth of ideas, we're right here. मैं हूँ फालतू रानी और ये है
Altu Baba.
एंड इसी के साथ हम आपको बोलेंगे कि आज का श्रृंखला यहीं पे खत्म होता है. हम लोग फिर मिलेंगे कल राइट हियर ऑन रेडियो रिहॉर्डीज. गुड नाइट, शब्बा खैर एंड अ प्यार भरा.
You are listening to Radio Dehotties, powered by Mahima Creations.
Hi guys, this is Shraddha and you're listening to Radio Dehotties, where the entertainment gets hotter.
But the John, this is your
Hi, this is Ali Fazal and you're listening to Radio Dehotties, where entertainment keeps getting hotter.
मुझ पे नजर ना ठिकाना, का तो मेरी अख दा निशाना.